I'm your host with the most, Logan 23, joining me for Red Carpet Diaries, Chapter 5, the most important audition of your life. You've arrived at the biggest audition of your life, a chance at a part in a famed director Marcus von Groot's new film. Just when you're about to begin the scene, however, you're thrown for a loop. Matt Rodriguez, Hollywood's hottest heartthrob, is in your scene partner. Jessica? It's you. You took the words right out of my mouth. These are not the lines in the script. What is happening? You open your mouth, mortified to have already messed up the audition, but Matt moves quickly to save you. I'm sorry, this was my fault. I had a total brain freeze when I walked out. I think I just still haven't quite woken up from my nap in my trailer. I should take the blame. Matt's being a gentleman. I'm the one who flubbed my line. Only after I did. You don't have to try and cover for me. Marcus claps his hands together, eyes pinched shut. I do not care which of you was the first to fail at this. I detest improvisation, except for when I ask for it. Then I love it. Please begin again, using the script I have provided until I tell you not to. Absolutely. Where should we start? Why don't we start right at the heart of the scene? Does that work for you, Marcus? Marcus stares off into the distance for several seconds, saying nothing. Then he turns and slowly, unblinkingly, to face Tisha. Yes. Great. Jessica, from the better at pleasures, please. Nod and walk out from behind the bar, placing yourself just inches from Matt. All right, on 5, 4, 3, 2. She holds a finger in the air, mouths one, and points at the camera. Take a deep breath, and get into character of Macy, the seductive bar owner. I'm much better at pleasure. Grabbing a Matt's shirt front and pulling him down, craning your neck upward so your mouth is just inches from his ear. So tell me, detective, what did you come in to talk about? Matt turns toward you. You gaze in each other's eyes intensely. You can feel his breath on your cheek. I heard you might know about something about last night's heist. How should I play this? Trace a finger down his chest. Raise an eyebrow, then turn your gaze downward, tracing a finger slowly down the center of his chest. You hook into the waistband of his pants briefly before dropping an arm to your side. You feel Matt shiver almost imperceptibly. Why do you think I would know anything about bank heists? I didn't mention it happened at a bank. I call it intuition. I call it suspicious. I suppose I might have heard a few whispers about that job, and I could tell you. Slowly raise your finger to Matt's left, placing the tip where lightly as you deliver your next line. As if you're discreet. Oh, I'm very. Marcus nods at Tisha. She steps towards the two of you. Good, really well done, guys. Great chemistry. I'm gonna have to jump ahead a bit here. Traces a line over the script in her hand until she finds the place she wants. Let's pick up after you've spent the night together. Just a refresher, Matt's character is asleep. Jessica's character sneaks out of bed and starts going through his things. Matt nods and starts pulling his shirt over his head. How's this? Great improvisation. Did Marcus tell you? No, I did not. That's good for now, Matt. It will give us a sense. Can we get set ready, please? The crew members lead you to a bedroom set, a trail of rumpled clothes strewn across the floor. All right, the two of you lay down next to each other, please. Ignore the decor, by the way. We're just borrowing the soundstage for the audition. Matt scoots onto the prop bed they've rolled out, lifting the sheet up to let you in. You press yourself against him, feeling the warmth of his chest. All along your back, he drops an arm around your waist. So this isn't awkward or anything? Nope, not at all. Perfect, that's great, guys, very natural. All right, ready on the set? Crew members nod, returning to their posts. In this scene, Macy is seeking something. I want you to choose what it is. Let the rest proceed from there. So, improv. I prefer the term relying on instinct and letting your true spirit guide you. It's like the scene in the famous American movie where the hero disables his computer to allow the Force to guide his missile into the Death Star. Star Wars? No, I believe the film I was thinking of is called Shrek. Enough banter. Instinct away.
And action.
Slightly turn as though checking Matt's breathing. Slowly, you lift his arm up from your waist, carefully extracting yourself from the bed, and softly setting it down. Careful, careful. Matt sniffles in his sleep, and you tense up. He rolls over. You gape across the discarded pants a few feet away. A shiny black belt holster holds a gun and a detective's badge. I'll take the badge. You turn to check that Matt's still in bed. He is. You grab the badge, peering at it, just as though you're making out the important details. Then suddenly, a hand grabs for you. You turn. Matt is staring at you. Face thunderous. What are you doing?
I'm sorry, it's just...
You narrow your eyes for just a moment, letting the viewer know you're calculating your next move. Then, you squeeze your eyes closed and rock back on your heels, curling into a ball.
How do I know you are who you say you are?
You have to trust me. You look up, eyes desperate.
I want to, but I'm scared, alright? What are you actually doing here?
Like I said, I just want to find out who's behind this.
Why? Why is that so important to you?
That's my business. You shake your head and sigh.
Fine. Keep your secrets.
You stand and glare at Matt, faces inches apart, your eyes firing and fierce.
You're not the only one in the secrets, after all. Great, guys, keep going.
Matt leans closer as though your lips are magnets pulling him in. I'm trying to think of the role. Turn my back to him. Kiss him. Kiss. You lean in slowly, eyes locked on Matt's, then slowly you brush your lips against his. He grips you around the waist, pulling you closer, kissing back harder. After a few seconds, you break apart. I don't want to lie to you.
And I don't want to believe you. So, we're in a tough spot.
And cut! The room is silent for a moment, and then you hear a slow cap from the door Matt entered through earlier.
Well done, really! Victoria Fontaine. What's she doing here? Oh, you know what performance Jessica's reminds me of? Susan Marillion, 5 O'Clock Shadows. Don't you see it, Marcus? Though, of course, Susanna would never be caught dead in an outfit that basic. Why would she mention Marcus's most recent ex? The tabloids said the breakup was messy.
My ex-wife's only talent is vampirism.
Oh, you think so? I don't know. She was the it girl for so long.
Kind of like you. Beauty can obscure many faults, except for vampirism, obviously. My ex is a vampire.
Well, I just think Jessica reminds me of her, don't you think? So nice of you to join us, Victoria. Just wanted to see who's running for the part of my co-star. Co-star? Victoria's in this movie too? Matt, Jessica, why don't we pick up from the bar scene later that night? Oh, Jessica! This will be perfect for you. You know so much about bars. What's that supposed to mean? Oh, I could have sworn when we met at Matt's party the other night that you're practicing for the role of downing drink after drink. Method style, maybe?
Unfortunately, I have bad experience working with drunks. The great Russian actor Mikhail Vladikoski once vomited into my shoes.
What? No, I wasn't drinking that heavily. Marcus, I promise. I'm highly responsible, especially when I'm on the job. Ask Deja, wait.
Deja makes a cutting motion across her throat, but it's too late. There's Deja. I do not understand your meaning. It was my understanding that you two were not acquainted.
No, not really. Barely. We, met at Matt's party, just before I met you.
Marcus stares at you blankly.
Anyway, I thought maybe she could tell you that I hadn't been drinking much. During our brief so brief interaction, that is.
I do not care for any insipid flumery gossip.
Aren't you listening to Victoria about flumery gossip? Of course, just let me say... Victoria was drinking too? Are you serious? Be a professional, Jessica. This isn't some middle school spat. But you're the one who started it.
Please, stop talking. My focus has been lost. I wish to end this audition now.
Of course. Jessica, thanks for coming in. We'll be in touch. Thanks so much for your time.
Tisha smiles, sorry, as she follows Marcus out of the room. As Matt puts his shirt back on, Victoria smirks at you, blows a kiss, and heads out the way she came.
Well, that's just peachy.
It's not so bad, I promise. You were doing great.
Were. Past tense.
Here, let me walk you out. Together, the two of you walk out of the studio alone. You stand facing each other, suddenly awkward.
So, I guess that's that.
For us, I hope not.
Really? I kinda thought you weren't interested in me.
Well, I was. I mean, I am.
Really? Me too.
You don't know how good that is to hear. When I found out you left the party before I could say goodbye, I was crushed.
I would have stayed, but my agent, well, was, let's be diplomatic and say there was a conflict.
I totally get it. I wasn't angry. I was just bummed that I didn't get to spend more time with you. It really was the best part of the night for me.
For me, too. And then radio silence.
I swear I wanted to call you.
Then why didn't you? I gave your number, or my number, to your manager.
Wait, seriously? You gave it to Spencer? He never gave it to me. Even when I asked whether he'd run into you.
I guess maybe he thought he was just protecting you?
No, that's so weird. He frowns, obviously deep in thought, and then it melts away. You know what? It doesn't matter. Clearly the universe is making sure I don't miss out on you.
The universe and Tisha.
So you guys are friends?
We met at your party.
We bonded immediately. It's up in the air who I'm gonna pick. That makes sense. I don't know Tisha that well, but she's obviously smart and funny and beautiful.
So, should I go get her for you?
No, I didn't mean it that way. I just meant I get why the two of you would hit it off. You have so much in common.
Nice save, Rodriguez.
What can I say? Charm is part of my, well, charm. That and shooting 2 machine guns at once as I parkour through a post-apocalyptic wasteland.
I meant to ask you about that. Obviously, I've only read a couple scenes, but this doesn't strike me as the kind of movie you're usually in.
You're saying my character has a vocabulary beyond curse words and grunts?
No, but you do usually wind up in big-budget films. This felt...
Nothing like that?
Well, yeah.
How much do you know about tender things? Or tender nothings? Tender things? Tender nothing.
Besides the fact that it's been getting a ton of hype, pretty much tender nothing. They've really been keeping it under wraps.
Well, okay. The quick version, I play a professional con man posing as a cop to try and bag a rich young widow.
And I'm the scrappy young con trying to get in on your score?
Precisely. Then, of course, emotions get involved for everyone, and everything unravels for my character.
So, a tragic love story?
Not tragic, really, though it's very bittersweet. I'd say it's more like a really clever, emotionally intense drama, but a lot sexier.
This sounds like everything I want in a movie.
That's exactly how I felt. I still can't believe I got to get to be in it.
You must have had some serious competition for the part.
Actually, I didn't.
How's that possible?
Honestly, because you probably wouldn't have even heard of it had I not signed on.
Whoa there, ego.
I know how arrogant it sounds, but this was supposed to be a low-budget indie flick. The kind where all the actors come from New York Theater or something. The only reason I ever saw a script was because I was at the same party as Tisha a few months back, and she mentioned it. They would have never pitched Mr. Oiled Abs 2017 to play this role. I had to demand it. But why? What's so important about this movie? It's my chance to prove that I'm more than just an actor, or action star. Don't get me wrong, I'm incredibly grateful for the opportunities I've had, roles that can set you up for life, but I'm just not in the business to make money. I want to make movies that matter to people. That's exactly how I've always felt. Not to be too pretentious, but this is our art form. I want to make something worthy of that. I couldn't have said it better. Your manager must be excited that you're branching out. Actually, I think he's kind of pissed at me. Seriously, why? It makes sense. He makes money when I do, stands to reason he'd want to keep milking the cash cow franchises as long as possible. But in the end, he works for me, and this is the part I wanted to play. Well, I think it's great that you're taking the roles that matter to you. What's all that success if you don't even do what makes you happy? Thanks, Jessica. Puts an arm around you and pulls you in a sideways hug, just as Tisha emerges from the studio. What are you kids getting into? I was just about to ask Jessica if she wanted to come out with me for a drinker and a drink and a three. There's a place I love. It's stylish, classy, intimate. You'd be welcome to join, Tisha. That sounds fun and all, but I am starving. I'm thinking of hitting the food truck festival and eco park. Great crowd, cheap beers, great and real chance to relax and hang out. Jessica, you interested? You did not invite Matt on this. So we have grab dinner with Matt, hit the food trucks with Tisha, and go home by yourself. For the purposes of this video, we'll go with what we usually go with. I'd love to spend more time together, too, but I promised Chaz I'd meet up with him and debrief on the audition. Oh, okay. Totally understandable. The food fest is calling my name. Talk to you tomorrow, Jessica. Hopefully. She waves and heads off to her car. You turn to Matt, and he's still looking at you expectingly. Can I get a rain check? This time I'm going to make sure you actually have my number. Sounds good, and I'll make sure to use it. He hands you his phone, and you type in the number under Jessica, a.k.a. Awesomest Ever. Hell of a last name there, Jessica. Will it help you remember who I am? Absolutely. Not that I could forget. Good. Then I probably spelled it right. You wave goodbye to Matt and call a car. A few minutes later, it pulls up and drives you to your apartment. Inside, Chaz is lounging on your couch, swiping at his phone with it while reality TV show plays in the background. There you are, beautiful! I have been waiting on pins and needles for your arrival. Hey, Chaz. I'm glad you let yourself in. Sorry to keep you waiting. Shakes his head and holds a hand up to stop you. No! No sorries. Just juice deeds. Juice deeds? Juicy details. How was the audition? Tell me everything. Well, I was playing the scene opposite Matt Rodriguez. I figured as much. Obviously, I couldn't be certain without the entire script in hand, but it made the most sense. What? You knew it would be Matt? And why didn't you tell me? I thought you knew. Like, obviously, and absolutely, everyone is talking about this movie. And the fact that Matt Rodriguez is playing the lead, and it's his first serious dramatic role? I'm sorry, Jessica. Everyone else is buzzing about this movie. It totally slipped my mind, and that you didn't know why. I should have said something. No, don't be sorry. It makes sense. So, now you'll know you'll be playing opposite Matt. How'd it go? It went pretty terrible, actually. I flubbed my lines, and then Victoria Fontaine showed up and made a whole scene. It was crappy, but I should have been able to keep it together better. Don't beat yourself up, Jessica. Victoria Fontaine is infamous for her head games. Marcus probably saw right through it. She compared me to his ex-wife. Oh my god, she's even more conniving than I realized. Just then the phone rings, the caller ID flashes Tisha's name. Oh man, and I don't think I want to take this. Just get it over with, gorgeous. Then we'll get way too drunk and start again tomorrow. Take a deep breath and pick up the phone.
Hello? Jessica, Marcus just called me onto the set. He had a revelation, I guess. Or maybe he drank a bottle of expired absinthe again? I don't know. Either way, he made up his mind about the part. Oh, okay. I understand. Thanks so much for the opportunity. What? What are you talking about? Jessica, we're going with you. You'll end the role. Seriously? Absolutely. Congratulations. See you on set tomorrow.
You hang up and stare at Chaz, stunned.
Chaz? I got it. I actually got the part. A supporting role in one of the biggest movies of the year? Oh my god.
You landed a role in one of the hottest films in Hollywood. Is this your big break? Find out in the next chapter of Red Carpet Diaries. So hope y'all did enjoy the video. Feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe. Head down the description below. As you can tell, I've had a lot of coffee. I've kind of had to, and here's the reason why. So if you've got this far, let me go ahead and explain. I had to redo this video because YouTube felt the first time I updated this, or uploaded this chapter, they had a problem with it. They said it broke guidelines. Me, as well as a lot of other YouTubers that I questioned and asked, who do choices content, none of their videos got flagged except for mine. We did have the demonetize issue, but we didn't have any flagging issues. So it's very interesting. I tried to reach out to YouTube. That's a joke. So I do thank you all if you checked out this video, especially if you rewatched it. I tried to change up a couple things, as well as did a little bit of better voicing work, as well as tried to speed through things a little bit faster. So once again, I do thank you for that. The only thing I'm thinking of is possibly just using a little bit less commentary if I'm going to use commentary, just making it short, sweet, and humorous. Aside from that, there's nothing else I can really think of. The only other thing I can think of is I was thinking of maybe doing a silence channel where it's just me doing playthroughs. It'll be a lot faster. It'll be less voice work, and because there's always those people that are like, I wish you'd just shut up. I hate your voice. I've had 16 comments in the past day about things like that, so it just sucks. With that being said, head down the description below. There's links to social media, a link to our Discord, and also a few links to support me and my content. Please do so if you can. It's greatly appreciated. Otherwise, just hit that like and share button. And until next time, stay well, stay awesome, and thank you for rewatching, or if this is your first time, thanks for watching. Peace.